Kaspa is a technical revolution, a unicorn, a beast of this cycle that most people haven't taken notice of yet. And if they have, like for example, top YouTubers, content creators, they just don't get it. And, just like me, when I saw Cas at 0.005, you see so many pump and dumps in this space. You just ignore these projects, even if you keep an eye on them. You see it so many times. You're like, oh, something comes out, it got a ton of hype, makes a move, and then it just crashes back down, right? That's gonna be something that a lot of people are gonna regret when it comes to Kaspa. Not actually diving into like what's happening with as far as the technology and what's happening with the development and what the protocol is all about, right? When I first saw Cas at 0.005, if I did my research and looked into it and I saw, the founder, the core devs, what they're aiming to accomplish, their experience, being in the Ethereum white paper, creating Ghost that is used in so many other protocols that are massive, Ethereum, Polkadot, Filecoin, Monero, many others, right? I would have bought a ton instantly. And it's the same thing that's going to happen here, right? At 0.45 cent, at 4 or 5 cent Kaspa. They're just going to see, they're going to think, oh yeah, that's just hype and narrative. They're not going to do their research. And this is why I'm making content like this, to always bring the technical information about Cas, which truly makes it a revolution to the space, right? Is truly creating something that could help the space overall. I know it's all about, I know people are in the space, everyone, myself included, is in the space to change their lives financially, but a project like Kaspa could change the space from a technical standpoint overall, right? Again, with the intention to make up for Bitcoin's shortcomings, right? To be that true peer-to-peer electronic cash system, where it still has the true consensus, the true vision of the first creator of the top digital assets, Satoshi Nakamoto, intended, right? And this is why Cas to me is so special, and I got full conviction on it after doing all my research and making all these videos, right? Now personally, I still believe in a diversified portfolio, but Kaspa is like number one, right? Kaspa, the parameterless proof of work project from the same academics behind Ghost, which Ethereum, Polkadot, and more use in their consensus, right? Again, we've seen this video already, but for the people, the new people that are tuning in, I see more and more people coming to the channel. It's good to cover these things, so for the people that miss when they're researching Cas. So let's take a look at the video.
I developed the hobby of devising alternative consensus protocols based on proof of work. It started with Ghost Protocol, Spectre, and Phantom Ghost Dev. But none of these protocols, nor any other consensus protocol, achieves what we set out to do in Dagnite. So about 3 years ago, we set out on a journey to solve the following problem. We were trying to achieve a proof of work protocol that is resilient to up to 50% attackers without knowing anything about the network delay. Okay, so Bitcoin, or its formal name Nakamoto Consensus, or Phantom Ghost DAG, these protocols assume something about network delay. Bitcoin assumes network delay is much smaller than 10 minutes. Phantom Ghost DAG assumes a different parameter, but all of these works do not assume something about the network delay. And we want to do something that, we want to devise a protocol that does not assume anything. And this is no easy task. It took us about 3 years. And there's a good reason why it's not an easy task. It seems to contradict known impossibility results in the consensus literature. Okay.
So there you have it, Caspians, right? It's very interesting what Yonatan has stated in a lot of these videos that we're checking out on the channel, because that's why, you know, where my conviction lies, right? How unique and innovative Kaspa is. So, like, for example, where he stated that Ghost Phantom, Spectre, all of those protocols were good, but Dag Knight, what Kaspa is building towards, Rusty Cas, etc., is unlike any of those other consensus protocols, because it's going to pretty much disrupt what we know about crypto in general, right? The first proof of work project to have speeds that are even faster, transaction speeds that are even faster than a Visa, one of the number one, Swift transacting mechanisms that we have in the world today, that is second nature to us, right? Everyone use their credit cards, debit cards, etc., using Visa and Swift. The issue that we've been facing in crypto, as far as like the blockchain and that technology, is that a lot of these protocols that are proof of stake, they have to sacrifice something. When they're proof of stake, they have to sacrifice security more often than not, and decentralization. Because, again, the foundation of the team, the people that created it, more than likely will delegate a ton of the supply of the project to their funding, to their own pockets, etc. And when we talk about security, there's protocols that had hundreds of millions hacked through their bridges because they're not a secure proof of work network. So a lot of these previous projects, ETH, Filecoin, Monero, Polkadot, etc., have used Ghost. Kasper, Casper, are using Ghost. That's where Kasper, the friendly ghost, came from. Yonatan's creation, right? Yonatan and Aviv's previous, developments. So now with Cas, we see all of those shortcomings, all of those things that the space blockchain technology is facing, pretty much become obsolete for Kaspa. And that's why it's so innovative, and that's why I'm so bullish on it, and I have so much conviction on this project, right? This is why I'm always diving down the rabbit hole and bringing these types of videos to you guys, really getting into the tech behind Cas, just to show you this is not vaporwave, this is not just some come and go project. And as long as the Kaspa core devs, it doesn't even have to be Yonatan, Shy, and Mr. Sutton, right? It doesn't have to be any of them. Kaspa is fully open source, right? So there's already 17 other devs around the world working on it, and those 17 devs could always bring in new devs to work on the open source network of Cas. Right? And that's where I tell you guys, this is where true decentralization lies. Now, obviously, Ethereum, second to Bitcoin, has made history. One of the best projects in the space. Let's not hate on Ethereum here. But you can see, for example, with the Ethereum Foundation, how there's always changes being made. There's no DAO for people to make decisions. For you to get a node, for example, in Ethereum, it's super costly, and there's always things that are being developed with different forks, etc. They moved to ETH 2.0. There are still scalability issues with high gas fees. Now it is fast, right? Kaspa is getting to a point where Kaspa will be faster, right? And of course, now that it's moved to proof of stake, there's also security concerns as well, right? I have no idea why. But you see, this is the thing. Scaling on the base layer was never a thought, right? Scaling on the layer 1 of the protocol was never a thought. That's why you saw the rise of layer 2s to help scaling issues, right? Kaspa has everything built on the base layer of its protocol. And I'm telling you, if you're a Caspian, if you're new to the project, this is the first time you're seeing this video, I hope you do your research further to take in just why so many people are bullish on Cas, man, and just why they see a long-term future for Cas, not just some come and go type project, right? Caspians, if you're tuning in, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the videos with your friends and family, become a channel member. Thank you so much for the support from the bottom of my heart. Really appreciate everyone that tunes in. I'll catch you in the next one.